If you've ever had a class that kind of felt a little off, okay, maybe a lot off, well, welcome and settle on in and listen, because I had one of those types of classes just last year. Hey friends, welcome to Enjoy Teaching Again, the podcast for teachers who love the work but need a little spark to bring the joy back. I'm your host, Elizabeth Peterson, classroom teacher, arts integration specialist, and passionate educator of over 25 years. If you're overwhelmed by behaviors, disengaged students, and long, exhausting days, you are not alone. But together, we can turn things around and you can teach with confidence and purpose again. So locate that cold coffee of yours, find your favorite pen, I know you have one, and let's dive in. It's time to get inspired and enjoy teaching again. Okay, let's make this so simple. You do not need another 400-page teacher manual. You don't need another random PD session. You don't need a full classroom makeover. And for heaven's sakes, you do not need a new initiative. What you need is a reset. You need a clear plan. And that's exactly what the Classroom Reset gives you. It is a step-by-step framework that you can move through at your own pace. It's short trainings, practical strategies, and immediate implementation. I mean, you can learn something one day and put it into practice the very next day. No fluff, no overwhelm, no stress. We're all about no stress here at the Inspired Classroom. And no adding 17 new things to your plate or having to carve out time in your day to implement these things. This is going to dramatically change your teaching and your classroom in some of the smallest and most powerful ways possible. You're going to take what fits your style, your grade, your content, your students, and you implement it right away. In just the first week, I promise you, you're going to start noticing a difference. So if you're done spinning your wheels and you want a clear path forward, this is it. Go to theinspiredclassroom.com/reset and let's make this so easy. I was teaching my integrated arts class. It was a position that I was able to hold for 1 year last year. It was amazing. And I got to see each class in my entire school for 1 hour every 6 days. And from the very beginning, this one particular group I knew was going to be a very hard group of kids. They were exhibiting bad behavior right from the start. There was a lack of friendliness among peers. There were some really big behaviors, a lot of emotions, like a lot of emotions. And honestly, the class just didn't feel very cohesive at all. It didn't feel like a group. It felt like a bunch of individuals and all kind of working against each other. And if I'm being honest, it also started to feel like they were working against me as well. So I did what I knew how to do, right? I redirected, I reminded, I tried to tighten things up. I tried to manage behaviors as they came up. And sometimes it would work for like a few minutes, but it never really stuck. And I remember thinking, why can I do this for my other classes, but not this one? And that's where it starts to mess with you a little bit because you start questioning yourself, right? I was thinking, am I doing something wrong? Why are these kids not responding? Why does this have to feel so hard? And I knew I was a good teacher. I mean, I love teaching. I'm good at it. I love the content that I was teaching. But man, when that class walked in, it did not feel like it. But here's what I also knew. It wasn't just a hard class. It was a classroom that didn't have a strong foundation. Because now I look at classrooms through a different lens, a lens of 3 things: connection, regulation, and engagement. And in that class, man, All 3 legs of that tripod were a little off. The connection just wasn't there. Students didn't feel like a group. Their relationships were actually strained. That feeling that you want for your classroom, that we're in this together feeling, that was not visible at all. And the thing is that when connection is off, it's so hard for a classroom to feel safe or cooperative. Inside this particular class, the regulation was also a huge challenge. Their energy was high. Emotions escalated so quickly, so quickly. There wasn't this shared feeling of calm at all. And so everything in the class just felt louder and faster and just harder to manage. And engagement, man, that was tough too with this group, because without those legs of connection and regulation firmly in place, it was very hard to do some of the creative engagement that I planned for this class. So here's what I started to do a little differently. I stopped trying to fix everything at once, and instead I picked one piece of the tripod, and I started with connection. And I focused on rebuilding that in my short hour a week that I had with them. So I had more intentional connection moments with different kids, commenting on their work, greeting them with questions as they came in, helping them with small little regulation resets. And slowly, things did start to feel different, not perfect. Remember, I only had them once every 6 days, but definitely better. There was improvement, because what I was realizing is that this wasn't about controlling that class. It was about using the time that I had with them to influence what the classroom felt like. So if you have a class like this right now, it doesn't mean you can't reach them. It just means that something underneath might need a little extra support. And if you're willing to reset that little by little, teaching can start to feel better again. It can start to feel like you again. And if you want a place to start, I've mapped this whole plan out for you inside my free Reset Roadmap. You can grab that at theinspiredclassroom.com/roadmap. That's theinspiredclassroom.com/ROADMAP. Inside, I'll take you through the entire reset framework, from engagement to regulation and, of course, connection too. Go check it out. I hope this episode inspired you, encouraged you, or gave you a fresh idea to try. And if so, I would love for you to take a screenshot and text it to one of your teaching buddies. I'm so grateful that you landed here with me today, and it would mean the world to me if you would leave me a review over on Apple Podcast. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll catch you on the next episode. This is Elizabeth Peterson reminding you to get inspired so you can be inspiring to your students and enjoy teaching again.